I'm trying to bring life skills to people.
Yeah.
And I've even spoken to high school classes, and it's a blast because it's like I get them. It's like I wish I understood this at your age, because my life would be radically different. I would have dated a lot more women in my early years. And not that, and I have had a couple of terrific wives and met many great people along the way, and have met amazing celebrities along the way, because I went up to them and just started chatting with them like a normal person instead of a drooling fan trying to get a selfie. And because of it, I have great memories of real interaction. And that's what you and I are talking about, is real connection. Whether you make somebody laugh or you make them feel good with a compliment, or you just offer them a moment of kindness or help or support, or positivity. That's real human connection. And boy, do we need it more than ever.
Oh, yeah. I love your message there, because you see so many people just being phone zombies in public. And they're kind of doing it to isolate too. Like, there are times where I'm like, I don't want to talk to these fucking people. And I'm just going to look at my phone, pretend like I'm busy doing stuff. Sometimes I have my moods where I'm just like, I really don't want to entertain today. And I just want to get through this line and get my coffee or whatever that is. But sometimes I find that, jokes will lift my spirits. And, there's probably some chemicals to this, right? Endorphins, dopamine. It's good for you.
And people say, well, I like to be alone. I said, yeah, I want you to be alone by choice, not by popular demand. Okay. I have, like you do. I get a lot of work done when I'm completely alone. I like my alone time, but if I feel like, wow, I've been alone too much, I'm not lonely. I just go out and find anybody. And whether it's, I'll go into a bar, I'll go into a coffee shop, I'll grab a friend on the phone. But I'm not saying you have to be a social butterfly. That's not the goal. The goal is to not stop yourself from bringing your full self to the world and connecting with human beings. We are social creatures. That's how human beings evolved and survived. It is deep in our DNA to need social interaction. So if you're depriving yourself of it, or just doom scrolling instead of interacting with real human beings face to face, you're not going to be resilient when it matters, and you're going to be lonely. And that's not a good place to be.
Yeah, that's where all the depression is. COVID's really destroyed a lot of our social skills. I have a huge dating group, and it's amazing how many people, they're my age, they're in their 50s, and they're like, yeah, I'm too shy, I don't talk to people after COVID, I just kind of learned to be in my own shell. And I'm like, knock it off. Like, I can see young people doing it because they're kind of finding their way in the world, but you're old. Like, what do you care anymore?
Yeah. Why do you worry? Why do you have anybody's opinion that you worry about at this point?
Yeah.
That's the thing about bold people, is there's like 5 people whose opinions matter to them. It's like their dad, their spouse, their best friend, and their coach. Everybody else is like, what they think about me is their problem. Their opinion of me is their issue, not mine. I don't have time for it.
Yeah.
And that is liberating when you can get to that point. Because most people are worried when they say, oh, they're all going to laugh at me. Really? All of them? Yeah. And all of them? And it's going to hurt so much that these 400 people are going to laugh at you? Or maybe they're going to forget in about 2 seconds and go back to thinking about themselves, which is where everybody else is.
That's easy. When I see people over 40, it makes me mental when they're really still worried about what other people think. And I'm like, honey, at 40, everybody has so many problems and so many things they're just trying to get, and they're just trying to survive sometimes. Like right now, I'm just trying to wake up every day breathing. I'll kind of joke about this, but 100 years ago, or up until the 50s, we didn't live past 65 and even 50s. That's why Social Security, when they made it, was such a boon for the government, because like most people didn't live to 65.
Yeah,
like,
they paid in for 40 years and lived too.
Yeah, they lived too, and they died, and the government we kept all the cash.
My aunt lived to 102, and she worked for the Registry of Motor Vehicles as well. So she bled the state dry, and the federal
to
government.
The man.
Oh yeah, she got paid longer than she worked. Just good for her.